everyone, this is Ann Hayes. I'm a librarian at CSI, and this video is going to be about doing a simple keyword search using the database ERIC for education. So the first thing I need to do is be on the CSI library home site, and I need to find the database. So I'm clicking Databases, then I'm choosing Education from the drop-down, or I could go to Database A through Z. I'm clicking Go here. And I'm looking for this one here, ERIC EBSco. Great, so here we are in ERIC. And ERIC has a lot of ways that you can right away narrow your search. And a lot of them are education specific. So right here, I've got education level. If I'm only studying, for instance, early childhood education, or if I'm studying higher education, I can just choose that right here. And the other one that's really education specific is the intended audience. So this would be who is supposed to be reading this article, right? Is it for policymakers? Is it for parents? Is it for counselors, etc.? So those are really two education specific limiters that I can add to my search right here. And I can also do things like I can limit to scholarly peer-reviewed articles by clicking this box, or I could limit to full text by clicking that box. I'm actually going to do none of those things because the tactic that I really want to talk about is about starting wide and then narrowing down from there. So if I add every single thing when I first do my search, I'm likely to get very few results and I'm likely to be frustrated and I won't know which of the things that I added was the problem, right? So in order to help me guide my research, I'm going to start with one term with no limiters. I'm going to see what's in the database, and then I'm going to sort of pivot and adjust from there. Okay? So for this, I'm going to use as my topic, how are teachers or educators using assistive technology in special education? And from this sentence, I'm going to pluck out certain terms that are my keywords or keyword clusters. So from this, I'm just going to go with special education and assistive technology. So I could also, depending on my topic, add things like a specific population that I'm studying or an education level or a type of educator. But just to keep this simple for my example, I'm going to go with special education and assistive technology. But of course, you know what your own topic is and what makes sense. So in the top term then, I'm typing special education and I'm clicking search. And it's going to give me my results, which in this case are 55,000. So that's a lot of results, and I have a lot of room to play with, and I can narrow down from here. And there's a number of ways I can do it. But I just want to show you this thing over here to the left, which is called Refine Results. And this allows me to click certain things that are built into the database that allow me to refine my results. One of them is full text. And I just want to suggest that you don't click full text. I understand why you'd want to, because it is easy when the full text is right there. But CSI databases actually talk to each other. And so if the full text is in a different database, it'll actually link to this one. So I could find evidence of an article here and then read the full text in a different database. So that's why I would not click that. However, I probably would click this button, which is limiting to only scholarly or peer-reviewed journal articles, because that really might matter. If I'm doing a literature review and everything I find has to be in a peer-reviewed journal article, then it's not helpful to me to see articles that I can't really use. So if I click this button, it's going to use my topic, but it's just gonna extricate all of the articles that were not peer-reviewed. So that now I only have half the articles left. I've got 25,000 results. So that was really helpful. Another thing I can do right here is I can change the date range. So if I'm only looking at, for instance, the last 10 years of publications, I could just really quickly either type a date in here, or I can grab this and kind of pull it over, and that'll just adjust my date range. Scrolling down, I can do things like subject. So this is what kind of secondary topic is intersecting with my main topic of special education. This is great if I actually need to like topics shop. I can look through and see what's coming up. But I could also just get good ideas. Like for instance, if I'm looking at intervention techniques or teacher attitudes or mainstreaming, What it's showing me over here is that this is the number of articles that intersect with special education and mainstreaming. So if I clicked this, it would simply do that search for me, and I would have 2,000 articles left, right? So that's another strategy you can use. I can also limit to geography and language by clicking those. But in this case, what I want to do is I want to use my own terms. So I'm going with assistive technology. I'm just going to click that. So this is going to give me an intersection of special education and assistive technology. So it's only going to show me articles that have both of these terms in it. If it doesn't have both of these terms, it's not going to show it to me. So when I click search here, it is going to basically pluck out all of the articles that were not about special education and assistive technology, and it's keeping my limiter of scholarly and peer-reviewed, right? It's right over here. So I'm now left with 500 articles, which is way more manageable, okay? If I change my mind and I want to get rid of one of these limiters, I could simply click this little box here and it will take it away, right? But it'll give me my same search. It'll just take away the limiter. So that's a pretty cool tool as well. And yeah, if one of these is the article that I want to read, I would simply click it and this gets me into the article. And I'm going to do another video that shows, that goes into like really what's here. So you can look at that to find out more. But for now, I'm just going to end this video. Thanks so much for watching.